It all began with a note pinned to my front gate. No knock, no friendly chat, just a passive-aggressive scrap of paper fluttering in the breeze. It read, "Your farm odor is disrupting the neighborhood's tranquility. Fix it, or else." No signature, naturally, just the prim, self-righteous handwriting of someone too cowardly to face me directly. I didn't need a name to know who'd written it. Linda, the HOA tyrant with a voice that could shatter glass and a nose keener than her perfectly polished nails. She'd once sicked animal control on me over a chicken wandering my driveway, and now she'd up the ante. I live on a 5-acre farm, handed down from my grandfather, perched on the edge of a shiny new suburban neighborhood that came with an overzealous homeowners association. My land isn't under their thumb zoning laws or crystal clear. I'm grandfathered in, legally free to keep livestock, no matter what Linda thinks. But to her, my pigs were a personal affront. She dubbed them four-legged stench machines in her first complaint. I chuckled at the absurdity, figuring it was a one-off joke. My pigs aren't even that smelly clean daily, fed organic grub, their pen tucked well back from the property line. But then came the second note, then a third, each one bloated with official HOA jargon about a hostile odor zone. The final line of the third letter turned my amusement to resolve. Failure to comply may lead to fines or legal action. This wasn't a prank anymore. It was a declaration of war. Linda didn't just grumble, she mobilized. She went door to door, spinning tales of my farm tanking property values. She flooded the community Facebook group with melodramatic post photos of my pig Daisy lounging in a kiddie pool captioned, "Is this what we've sunk to?" I nearly fired back with cute, right? But held off. Engaging her directly was a trap. She didn't want discussion, she wanted domination. One afternoon, I caught her at my property line, phone in hand, filming my pigs like a wildlife narrator. "Here we witness the scourge of suburbia," she whispered, zooming in on their menacing grunts. I stepped out, gave a friendly wave, and she flinched like I'd brandished a weapon. "This is harassment," she screeched, aiming her phone at me. "You're threatening me." I stood still, voice steady. "You're on my land, Linda." She huffed off, muttering about lawsuits. That evening, I tried diplomacy. I carried a basket of fresh eggs to her house as a peace gesture. Her door swung open before I could knock. She eyed me like I'd dragged filth across her pristine porch, took the eggs, then dumped them straight into her trash can. "I don't fraternize with barnyard fanatics," she snapped, slamming the door. That's when it clicked. This wasn't about pigs or smells. It was about control. Linda loathed that I lived outside her HOA kingdom, that I didn't grovel for her approval, and most of all, that the law shielded me. So she did what her kind always does, she wielded bureaucracy like a club. The next week, notices piled up, noise complaints, my animals are near silent, fence height violations unchanged for decades, even a claim that my barn's aggressive look clashed with the neighborhood's VY Sewell harmony. I laughed so hard I nearly toppled off my porch. Was my red barn offending her beige McMansion VY Bess? But the humor faded fast. Linda was burying me in paperwork, betting I'd buckle. I refused to let her rewrite my life. I dug in. I hauled out property deeds, zoning permits, livestock licenses, every scrap of proof I could muster. I called the county clerk to confirm my rights were ironclad, then hired a land dispute lawyer who smirked at Linda's hostile scent nonsense. "Seen worse, but not by much," he said. I drafted a 10-page rebuttal to the HOA, packed with citations and photos, and sent it via mail, email, and a copy to Linda's mailbox for good measure. Silence followed, no letters, no gripes. I dared to hope I'd won. But peace is fleeting when your foe feeds on conflict. A week later, a neighbor tipped me off. Linda was rallying the HOA for a special meeting to push a fresh air initiative, banning livestock within sniffing range of their homes. I wasn't an HOA member, so I couldn't vote, but that didn't stop me. I showed up with my lawyer, my documents, and my pig Rosa-leashed and sporting a pink bow. We strode into the hall like it was a courtroom. Linda's face went beet red. "You can't bring that beast here," she shrieked. "She lives closer to you than your HOA pres does," I replied coolly. "She's got a stake in this." I laid out my case: legal protections, harassment, EVY denke. My lawyer warned of consequences if the HOA kept targeting a non-member. Linda snapped, "He's terrorizing us with livestock." My lawyer grinned. "Rosie's calmer than you are." Laughter erupted, the meeting dissolved, and Linda stormed out, fuming. But I knew she'd pivot to public opinion next. Sure enough, 48 hours later, she posted a slow-mo video of my pigs in mud, set to eerie music, captioned, "Our neighborhood deserves better." Logic wouldn't end this. I had to fight her on her turf. So I planned a piglet parade in her honor. It started as a jest over beers with friends watching the saga like a soap opera. "Parade those pigs," one laughed. "Name one Linda." We howled, but the idea stuck. Why not turn her VY lanes into stars? I went all in. I checked local laws, private event, no permits needed. I rallied farm buddies, ordered banners, smells like freedom, and decked out piglets in costumes. Cowboy hats, capes, tutus. Flyers screamed "Piglet Parade Va Family Farm Day" with a cheeky nod, featuring Linda the piglet. I plastered them everywhere: shops, mailboxes, online. Linda's reaction was pure theater. She stormed up my road, while VYing a crumpled flyer. A parade? Naming it after me? This is defamation. I leaned on my rake. "It's a piglet, Linda." Coincidence. She raged off, promising retribution. The HOA pres called, nervous, begging peace. I assured him it'd be the friendliest pig parade ever. Word spread like wildfire. A local paper ran "Swine va shine. Farmer fires back with pigs." Prep consumed my banners, hay seats, a piglet path. Friends turned my farm into a fairground with lemonade and pies. Parade day dawned bright. Crowds came: kids, teens, granniest cameras out, laughter rising. The band struck up, and Sheriff Snout waddled out in a badge. Then Linda the piglet strutted in a tiara. The crowd roared. Mid-parade, Linda the human one charged in with a megaphone and a "Stop the Stink" sign. "This is an outrage," she bellowed. "Illegal. Unsanitary." A kid yelled, "It's the Facebook lady." Laughter drowned her. She pointed at me. "You're humiliating me." I strolled over. "You chose to crash a pig parade, Linda." She stepped forward, slipped in mud from a tipped bowl, and splat down twice. The crowd roared. A piglet sniffed her shoe, and she fled, dignity in tatters. The parade rolled on, joyous. Online, videos of Linda's fall went viral. Mud Queen versus Pig Power. Headlines cheered the farmer, who fought with whimsy. The HOA went quiet. Linda vanished later. A MOVYing truck signaled her exit. A new couple moved in, pig fans who adored Rosie. The farm became Pigs of Peace, a community gem. Each year, Piglet Day celebrates not just VY Tory, but healing. Roof: a tiara-clad pig can topple a tyrant.